Hey guys, welcome back. So today is that part of the week when we do our training. And what training are we doing today, guys? So first of all, let me tell you something. This is a very important video for me. And the reason why I say that is because, guys, I grew up with a lot of chest fat. I grew up with an inferiority complex that my chest is a lot weirder if that's a word, weird than my other body parts. Kids used to make fun of me, people used to make fun of me, and the kind of questions that I get from most of you, you're also struggling, you're also feeling the same heat. It's normal, guys, but that's the reason why I exist. I had the same problem and I managed to fix it, but there was nobody to tell me. Everybody used to tell me you should do this, you should do that. They had no chest fat, so these guys were the guys who had a chiseled body and they were giving me tips, but it was very difficult for me to figure out how do I go about it, guys. So whatever I'm about to share with you in this video, guys, it's obviously tried and tested. These are some of the exercises that you really need to do to fix your chest. These are only 4 exercises which are important for your chest development when it comes to minimizing chest fat. Remember, guys, or me rather, we guys can't train like other guys when it comes to our chest because our issue is very different. We want to minimize our chest fat. We want our chest to look, probably, symmetrical or proportionate compared to our other body parts. We can't just go heavy on chest, or we can't just go heavy and do, other exercises of chest that other guys do. We can't. So I've nailed it down to 4 exercises which we typically, or we have to do for every chest workout, starting with isolate movements, which is your cable cross, and focusing more and more on our incline. The reason why I say incline is because if your incline is bigger and more muscular, not only you'll be able to wear your polo necks and your chest looks a lot more muscular, but also you'll feel a lot more confident because it'll give people the illusion that your chest is muscular and developed. So these are some of the the muscle hacks that I developed over the years. I thought it'll be an interesting idea for me to share with you. This is more of a training series, guys, where we train together. I share my experience with you on how to kind of fix this chest fat. I hope you enjoy it. If you like it, feel free to like a button. If you have any questions around chest fat, guys, remember where to reach out to. I'll be very happy to help you. So enjoy the workout. So guys, let's start the workout. So for anyone who has chest fat, always as a thumb rule, start with an isolated movement. And what better way to start an isolated movement is your typical cable cross movement. Now, cable cross is something that it'll get the ball rolling. It'll not only warm up your chest, but it'll also prepare you for bigger compound movements like a bench press or an incline press, which we're going to talk about as we move along the workout. Remember, whenever you do these exercises, especially cable cross, you have to go very slow with the movement. And if you see my movement here, my left shoulder is going a lot deeper than my right shoulder, is typically primarily because my left chest is a lot weaker than my right. So I'm making conscious effort to bring it up to pace with my right side. So that's another, a cheat code that I gave you to, for all your muscle imbalances. And remember, whenever you do your cable crossovers, you have to squeeze it. Every time you go up, you have to squeeze your chest because that illusion that it's bigger than your other body parts will be taken care of. Also remember, when you do these movements, if you really hurry your workout, when you're trying to finish those things up, or I have to go somewhere, or I really have to, I kind of wrap up my workout in X much amount of time, don't do it with your chest, especially if it's your weaker body part, especially when you have a lot of chest fat to take care of. It has to be done very slowly. With every rep, you have to feel the stretch. Every rep, you have to feel the squeeze. Not only while coming down for your concentric movement, but also for eccentric movement. The whole workout needs to be paced very slow. You can't rush into it. Remember, guys, I will again stress this out for you. Do this workout very slowly. Now, after doing these movements, which is your cable cross, we move along to the compound movement that I'm talking about. And what is the best compound movement is the bench press. Now, guys, with bench press here also, if you see, I'm not lifting heavy. It's a very lightweight. So there will be days when you do heavy, but if you already have a lot of chest fat and if you do heavy weights, it will not give you that right stimulation that you want. Here, if you see, I'm holding the weight down. I'm not rushing into it, because I want to feel the stretch, because the more stretch I feel on my stretch, the more my chest burns. So whenever you do your bench press, when it comes to chest fat, or you want to tighten your chest, you have to not only go slow, hold on to that movement down. So when you come down, see, I'm holding it. I'm not pressing it. I'm not in a hurry to wrap up my workout. I'm taking my own time, and this is exactly how I pace it. Number 3, immediately after finishing my bench press, I quickly move on to my incline press. Now, incline is one of the most effective ways for you to give that chest fat an illusion that it's muscle. So focus more time on it, guys, and remember, whenever you come down, you have to hold it so that you burn that chest. That chest is, and also you don't have to do full range of motion all the time, because the idea for you is to bring in variation. So if you see my movements here, so there is one which is full range of motion, and then there are other movements which are a little partial in nature. So you have to mix and match both of them together, see what works for you. Also, I remember I've told you that thumb rule, where in 3, 2, 1, see, I'm holding the weight here. It's 3 seconds. 3 seconds I'm going to hold it here, and immediately after that my 3 seconds are over, I'm going to bring that weight right up, because you really want to get that insane pump with your chest. Because if you were to do heavy weight will only make your chest grow larger, especially when you're taking carbs and if your diet is little on a calorie surplus side. When it comes to chest fat, guys, you have to be very, very particular about the workouts that you do. These are some of the 4 exercises that I've nailed it down for you, which is not going to help you with your chest fat, but will also minimize your chest fat to a level wherein you'll be amazingly surprised at where did this fat go. So incline plays a key role, guys, and I spend most of my time on incline press, holding movements, taking my movement up and holding it there, because I'm really not in a hurry. The other movements I can really go on a different level, but when it comes to incline press, I'm more particular, because if my incline is developed, my whole chest will look good when I wear my v-necks, or when you would wear your t-shirts, it will actually look good. And I've talked about guys with chest fat should always, as a thumb rule, wear v-necks. You don't not have to wear your round necks. Now I'm in a position to wear round necks because I've worked enough on my chest fat, and I think it gives that illusion that it's not fat anymore. Obviously I've minimized it to a level wherein that I'm really, really comfortable with it. And this is one of the best exercises that I can recommend you guys, which is a Smith machine incline press movements, which will help you minimize your body fat and your chest fat, especially when it comes to minimizing it, guys. So do not even ignore this movement. This movement is going to play a key role in your chest growth. And the last exercise that we do for chest is, guys, is just to bring that variation to your incline again, is I do an incline fly. Now this is a very effective exercise, a very effective movement, because the way I like it is the fact that especially for that V, that middle line in between your chest, which is obviously missing when you have chest fat, it works around that area for me. Obviously it not only it gives you mass on your chest, when it comes to mass, I'm talking about the incline mass, because remember, guys with chest fat have more of tits, if I may say that. Sorry guys if I offend you, sorry. I had tits too. So if you were to do these movement, this especially inclined flies, it will develop your upper chest. It will develop that mass there, and what will happen is your lower and your upper will be in proportion. So which means your lower will not stand or protrude, your upper will also be synchronized with your lower, which is actually a good thing. When you take your shirt off or when you take your t-shirt, it will be very symmetrical and balanced. But what would you do is, if you continue to decline or only decline just to ensure that your chest fat goes, that would not work. So especially guys, I would recommend you, if you have chest fat, do not even think of doing decline, though a lot of people will say that that you should do decline. I don't do decline any which ways for a fact that it hasn't worked for me. But yes, there are people, it may work on some people, but it hasn't worked for me. Also guys, as a variation, you can add a pullover after this exercise, but 4 exercises are just good enough for you to get the right stimulation for your chest workout. So I hope you like this workout. If you're struggling with chest fat, guys, remember it's definitely fixable. You've seen my transformation, and the only thing that you need is the intensity of your workout needs to be really high, and the pace has to be really, really slow. The combination of two will help you minimize your chest fat. So I hope this video helps you, and any one of you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be very happy to help you with your chest fat. So until we meet again, peace